Yesterday, I simply asked Claude. I said, "Can you move the mouse for me?" And I was astounded. It said yes, and I gave it permission, and it even reminded me that I even added Claude to my Google Chrome browser. And then I proceeded to see it log into my MailChimp campaign, which it needed some help with, and then was able to dissect the code of an email campaign. Now, while I was watching this, I just had this idea. I was so burnt out, and I remember doing some research about a different Claude, right? But I'm pretty blown away. But the thing is fascinating. Why I'm gonna keep pushing this too is because like a lot of people just like they don't have a job or a thing they're working on where the AI automations really make sense. Also, it's like 6 in the morning on a Saturday. I'm very tired, just kind of bored, and that's why I was thinking about this. But anyways, so like all next week, I'm gonna try and document it for you guys as I'm using it more. And now remember, it's different than the Claude bots I was talking about last time, right? Where like that's a CLAWD Claude spelled differently, so don't mix it up. And it's only through Google Chrome, but I think I can upgrade it so it can do even more work for me. But I mean, I'm kind of in this position too right now where like I feel like there's so much work I could do for this e-commerce stuff that I'm working on, but the difficult part is like if I ask people to do it for me, it's like on their time. So say I could go on Upwork, I have to ask somebody to do it for me, pay them how much an hour, then get back to me, then I approve the work, right? And then like I'm not even top dog in like the organization, so it's not like I can like hire people, but I also don't see a point in hiring people. Um, yeah, it's kind of wild to watch Claude use my computer the way it was. It was changing the game completely. When I first started looking into artificial intelligence and using it and kind of being like up to date and keeping up with the Joneses about it, I was really not convinced that. Well, I was convinced in a lot of ways because I saw some of like, dude, some of the Mid-Journey stuff and some of the other stuff was so realistic, and then it got unrealistic, right? So like, I feel like and no one was really using it, and especially if you programmed it right. So I kind of was like, holy shit, this stuff's gonna be better than I thought. But for how marketable the coding is, though, is insane. Like so like what I'm using Claude for right now is like these email campaigns for like certain products. Like kind of at least like the way I'm understanding it is because marketers kind of keep their stuff like secret or whatever, but like they're sending emails for people to buy stuff from like your e-commerce, right? And there's just like a lot of ways to go about it, and you don't really want to use these emails that look like from like say kind of like going to Squarespace and like just paying for one of their layouts, where it's like just a little bit of tweaking, you could probably just do something completely new if you knew what coding was. And then that's where the Claude stuff came in. And yeah, I'm really fascinated. I want to share more of this stuff with you guys. You should subscribe if you're still watching the channel, because let's be honest here. With all the stuff like that's going on YouTube, and I'll just say this: I'm just gonna like give this last spiel, and I'm gonna start making another video. But hear me out, bro. The content out here is so lame, dude. Like every time I open my phone, right, it's some lame stuff, and no one's talking about anything interesting unless it's like a weird part of X where they're using Claude bots or something. But like, other than that, like I can't find stuff interesting. But to me, this tech stuff is like art. Like I want to see people make fascinating things with this stuff. And now that I can see it, like I remember, there was like what's happening now with technology is beyond the comprehension of sci-fi. Like it is that exciting, and then on the news last night, the only thing they can talk about is like some missing boomer, both CNN and Fox, and it's just like my computer just took over my mouse, and this is what we're talking about. So that I don't know if they don't want people talking about it or like what. Like I'm kind of confused on why this is not a bigger deal. But I also just don't think that, like, think about any other cutting edge technology too that was coming through that took like a lot of risk and guesswork to get through. Like anything you can think of, right? Is they just don't they're kind of late to the party. So I guess maybe in like 5 years they'll get to where we're at. But yeah, so that's that. And now that that is a thing, I'm gonna post more about it. But I got like 4 hours of sleep. I quit nicotine and drinking and all that stuff a long time ago, like about a month and a half. So my body is still very adjusty to things. And I drink a lot of coffee because it's like fun. It's like my one fun thing I get to do, you know. But life is good. But so now I'm kind of though too like I use the GoPro to film because like I have better cameras. I can never seem to get anything set up. Like long term, like I'm always working on like a laptop or like my phone, you know, which is fine. Like in due time. But no, it's the computer used my mouse. Oh, we should talk about this more. All right.